What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Mario Eldon. Some of you who might already know me from Instagram at Mario Eldon. Some of you already subscribed because of a story I put up a couple days ago on IG. Thank you so much for subscribing prematurely. I really appreciate the support. I've been off social media for about a year now. I'm still in real estate. However, I'm doing this reselling part-time thing and I'm taking it very seriously. So welcome to the Yard Sale Network. Here's the first video, my first 60 days on eBay. Let's go. Alright guys, let's jump right into it. I want to discuss 4 things today. I want to show you how much I made in the first 60 days. I want to show you the 22 items that sold in the first 60 days. And I also want to tell you what I realized going from eBay's introductory 5 listings, because that's what all you get when you start a new account is 5 listings. And what I realized going from 5 to 50. And I also want to tell you something that I learned about the eBay algorithm that comes from eBay itself because of how many times I've been on the phone with them, because I'm obsessive and crazy. Let's go. Alright, we got 78 active listings, 24 sold. Yes, I did say 22 in the beginning of the video. However, I think between today and yesterday I sold 2 items, so it went up to 24. I'll show you how it looked like when it was at 22. Put a screenshot of over here somewhere. I think it was $766 and something cents. But now we are at $844.23. And I think after fees, of course, this is before fees and you have to take out fees and shipping. I think I'm at $600 after subtracting all that. Not bad. I have 2 invoices from eBay, January and February. I started my eBay account sometime in December. My very first listing was December 21st. This was the amount that I paid for the January invoice. This is the very start, no BS, real deal. This over here is sensitive information, home address and eBay ID and whatever else they have on the invoices that I'm not going to show. So let's jump back into this. My first item ever, December 21st, 2019, my very first listing on eBay was my sweater. This is an H&M sweater that I had laying around. Nothing special, but it had a really cool design to it. Okay, and it sold for $4, and the buyer paid $7.35 for shipping. So what I suggest you do, anyone that's starting off on eBay, is select 5 items laying around that you do not use or care for. At the same time, this is the challenge, they have to be sellable, very sellable on eBay. What do I mean by that? You have to research the item on eBay, find the exact one, and then you look at the sold items and the completed items, and based on that data, if it's selling really well, list it and underprice everybody. Sacrifice. 5 sacrifices. Sacrifice. Yes, we are on eBay to make money. However, in the beginning of your business, just for the sake of growing your business, look at these 5 sacrifices as an investment into your business, okay? Because then after you sell these 5 or close to them, if you sell 4 of them out of 5, you can call up eBay and be like, hey, I need more listings. And then you can have a conversation with them about increasing your listings. Okay, this is the second listing. Also on December 21st, this was my shoes. These are my Vans, and they were new. I never used them, and I never wore them. I don't know why, but they sold for $28 and free shipping. And then we got, all right, this is the HP60 black and tricolor ink. This is crack. Okay, this is straight up. If I can find the source where I can buy expired ink, I would buy with my eyes closed. HP printer ink does really well. I've also heard that from a lot of other people. However, I wouldn't just buy any ink you find. I always research, especially in the beginning until you know your stuff. I research everything. But this right here, I got it for $1 and it sold for $19.99 and it sold fast. I listed it on December 30th and I think it sold within the same week. Like, I was really surprised. And then I found out about the market. And then we got the Virgin Mobile Overdrive Pro 3G 4G mobile hotspot from Sprint Wireless. This was my part of one of my very first yard sales, alongside with the ink that you just saw. And this sold for $24.99, and the buyer paid $7.80 for shipping. And I think I picked this up for $4. So I made out really well with this, really well. And it sold, I think, within the first 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And then we have this Brother P Touch PT 1830 label maker. and it came with 2 label tapes and a carrying case. This was a banger, man. This was real. This was nice. I got this for $8. It sold for $69.99. Yard sale. I'm telling you, yard sales. Of course, not everyone has the convenience of yard sailing because maybe the state you're in is cold. I'm in California, so I don't have that problem, thank God. But yeah, this was a great buy, and it sold really fast as well. Within the same, I think in the first week and a half. And then we have, okay, this I was surprised. The Brother AX24 electronic vintage typewriter in excellent condition. I got this from a thrift store that was going out of business in my neighborhood, and I picked this up for like $9, and it sold for $39.99. And the buyer also paid $44.99 for shipping. Now the story behind this is when I was so surprised when I listed this item. I had so many people reach out to me, right? Maybe so many to me is different than than other people. It's a matter of perspective. But I had like at least a message a day about this typewriter, about people asking, hey, does can you send me a picture of this? Send me a picture of that. Very specific things. However, it had a lot of attention and it sold really fast. However, this was returned because I think I packaged it the wrong way in shipping, and yeah, I learned a big lesson on that. However, if I didn't, if I wasn't stupid, then I would have made a lot of money. But I learned. That was a lesson learned. Okay, this is a Othello board game by Mattel. I don't know if I said that right or wrong. I got this for 50 cents, I think, and it sold for $9.99, and the buyer also spent $8.99 for shipping. This was great. This was on the yard sale. Light, easy to ship, and this took about 3 weeks to sell. And then we got these guys right here. Let me show you. Nike Air Max 97 tie-dye Chicago sneakers. This was not from a yard sale. This was from Ross. So retail arbitrage, right? I went to Ross. I picked them out. They were $55, and I got so many views on this listing. I don't know. Nike Air Maxes are hot. So I got a lot of views, and it sold for full asking price, $136.99 with free shipping, of course. Happy, real happy. And then I got this over here is the Netgear wireless router open box. This was also part of one of my very first yard sales in a bundle. I think I got this for $4 to $5, and it sold for $28.99. And the buyer paid $8.70 for shipping. Real happy, no complaints here. This right here, I took a risk, and it was a good risk. I got these bad boys for $3 from the thrift shop that was going out of business in my neighborhood. $3, and they paid $39. The buyer paid $39.99 full asking price, and they also paid $28.93 for shipping. Really happy. Salomon Performance ski boots. I don't know if I said that right or wrong. I looked up comps for these when I first found them, and I was unsure because there weren't many of them, but there were like maybe one or two that sold for really high. This one wasn't in the best condition, but it sold, and it sold pretty fast too. I think in the first 2-3 weeks. That's fast to me. I don't know if it's fast to you. But all right, and then we got this Microsoft wired keyboard. I picked this up also at a yard sale. I think I got this for $6, $7. This one was $7, and the buyer paid $19.99. That's what it sold for, and the buyer also paid $9.20 for shipping. No complaints here. And then we have the Nintendo Wii Fit game and Wii Fit balance board, brand new open box. This was from this was where? This was from the thrift shop, Goodwill. This was from Goodwill. I got it for $5 at Goodwill, and the buyer paid $29.99. But to be honest, I didn't make much money on this because shipping kicked my butt. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I made out like $10, $11 on this. And then we have the Pioneer 6-disc CD changer player with no remote. I got this for $5. $5. And when I first got it, it was really dirty. It honestly looked pretty shitty. I ain't gonna lie. It was all dirty and stuff. However, I saw that the sticker was still on it, so I was like, you know what? It's I was confident. I took a gamble, but I was confident that underneath of this it was clean. And I also didn't test it out, which was wrong. However, there was nothing to test it out with. So I took a gamble with it, and however, it was a good gamble. $5, and it sold for $59.99, and the buyer paid $10 for shipping. Always look out for these old school electronics, VHS, CD players, DVD players. There's a market for it. That's what I'm learning. And then we have this Series XM satellite radio portable speaker dock. These are great for boats. And I got this for $8, also part of one of my very first yard sales. And it sold for $49.99, and the buyer paid $12.30 for shipping. And it sold fairly quickly as well, 2 to 3 weeks. And I was real happy with it. No complaints. And then these are my Under Armour Speedform Gemini 3 men's running shoes, size 12. These were my shoes. They were laying around. I wasn't really using them. I don't know. I didn't like them. I wore them, I think, like once, and that was it. Like maybe for an hour. And these sold for $28.99, and the buyer paid $4.69. So not bad. And then we have Igloo Volkswagen Playmate mini cooler. I was really surprised. I got this for $3, and I was like, it's probably gonna sit for a while. Believe it or not, it sold pretty quickly. I think I had like 2 watchers on it, like after the first 2-3 days, and then it sold. I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I got it for $3, and I sold it for $19.99, and the buyer also paid $11 for shipping. And then we have Anaheim Angels 2002 World Series Budweiser pint glass. I got it for 25 cents. It sold for $4.99, and the buyer paid $4.28 for shipping. Nothing crazy, but another sale. And then this over here, this Pilsner glass, and this martini glass, and this other martini glass, all 3 items went to the same buyer, and they paid full price for each one, and they paid full shipping for each one. This is a Lolita collectible. I don't know who Lolita is, but she makes Pilsner glasses, she makes wine glasses, martini glasses, and they're collectibles. I got this also from the thrift shop that was going out of business, and I got like 10 of them, and they came out to be like $1.50 each. And this one sold for $12.99, $3.95 for shipping. If I was a girl, I'll be all over this. And these are pretty cool because they have these cool recipes on the bottom of them. And then this one as well. This one sold for $9.99, and shipping was $3.75. A Lolita Music Teeny. This also had a recipe on the bottom. Really cool. And I saved on shipping because I shipped all 3 in the same box. And then this is a Disney Parks Haunted Mansion pen set. I got this for 25 cents for a quarter at a yard sale. And it sold for $12.99. I was asking $14.99. We went back and forth. I settled on $12.99. And the buyer also paid $4.63 for shipping. No complaints. This was really easy to ship. It was light. So not bad. And then this is a Levi's denim jacket. This was my jacket. Size XL. Really good size. And it sold for $39.99, and the buyer paid $4.29 for shipping, and it sold really fast. I listed this thing on February 18th for the first time, and it sold like the next day. So I was really happy with that. Yeah. Okay. On to the next part. All right. Next up, guys. What I realized going from 5 listings to 78 active listings and 24 sales. Activity is key. I can't even like pressure you enough about that. It's crazy. So what I mean by that is the more consistency that you have with listing your items on a day-to-day basis. So every day, if you consistently list every single day new items, it will equal more sales. Of course, your items have a huge part to do with it. If your items are complete garbage, then you're not, it's not, you're gonna have a hard time with that. It's more like it's quality over quantity when it comes down to, this business, from what I've learned, right? So, but consistency. For example, when I had, when I was at my 50 listing marker, because eBay gives you 50 free listings a month, right? And then after that, they charge you insertion fees. But when I was at the 50 listing marker, I didn't really have a lot of items. I had like 50 items, 55 items. So instead of burning through them, again, this is what I did. You don't have to do the same thing. It worked for me. You can take it with a grain of salt. what I did, instead of burning through the 50 items that I already had laying around, I would list every single day 1 or 2 items, right? Just in the beginning. And it's so crazy the kind of fast response you get from the eBay algorithm. But it literally, it's just like that. The more you list every single day, the more sales you will get if your items are quality, right? And your listings, of course, have to be quality as well. Now, I called up eBay. I called them quite a lot, actually, during this last 60-day run. But I called them because I wanted an increase in listings. And the woman said, well, we can't give you an increase because we just gave you 190. We just increased you to 190 listings. I was like, well, how'd that happen? Because, I wasn't aware of that. And then she explained to me that eBay will pick accounts, right? It picks up on accounts that are abiding by eBay best practices, right? From what I understood from the eBay rep. And my account was one of them. So I was like, all right. And then she goes, and basically once eBay picks up on that, it enrolls you in this. So they basically crawl your account every week or 2 weeks, whatever, something like that. I forgot the exact, number of weeks. And then, it sees if you're eligible for an increase in listings. Okay, so awesome. I was like, that's cool. And then I asked her, okay. So then I asked, well, what else can I do to better my account? Because obviously, from what she just told me, my account was doing well. So I want to know, what more can I do? Well, she says to me, this made my day, by the way. She goes to me, well, I don't want to give you, tell you anything because you got it figured out, and I might tell you something that might change what you're doing now. Keep doing what you're doing. She made my day. So then, after that, she kept on talking to me. She gave me really valuable information. Listen to this. eBay likes a niche, right? When you are, like, for example, let's say your niche is vintage t-shirts. For example, right? eBay likes that, okay? However, it's not a necessity because I am not a niche. I research everything. I will spend hours in a thrift shop researching things because I'm a newbie. I will take hours at a yard sale. And again, I'll be honest, I spend a long time researching at yard sales, thrift shops, and while I'm doing retail arbitrage, whatever, because I'm new and I want to learn everything, right? So in the future, of course, it'll get a lot faster because I'll be more knowledgeable. However, I research everything, and if it's good, I will list it. I don't care about a niche. So what I learned was, a niche is great for eBay. However, it's not a necessity. What's a necessity is best practices. That's what's most important, right? Higher resolution pictures, quality of pictures is really important. White background. What the eBay rep told me was, Google loves white backgrounds, so eBay supports that. So it's really important that you have white backgrounds, okay? And then title, very important. You have to have a title that's rich with keywords, and it can't be just a bunch of words put together that doesn't make sense. It has to make sense, and the keywords have to be very relative to the item that you are selling. Okay, description also very important. If you have a nice description, it really helps out. And then you have the item specifics. This is like crack cocaine, right? To the eBay algorithm. Of course, the eBay rep didn't say that. This is me talking this nonsense. However, item specifics is very important. It really helps your listing out, and it gives you a boost in eBay's SEO, in its eBay search engines, and also, of course, Google search engines as well. So item specific is very important. So that's what she told me. Okay, not word for word, of course. And then honorable mentions as well. This is what I would like to add on is customer service. So what I learned is, if you're in a negative situation with a buyer because of a return, and let's say the buyer, you're going back and forth with the buyer, as long as eBay doesn't have to get involved, right? If you don't reach out to eBay, or the buyer doesn't reach out to eBay for help because you guys can't figure it out, as long as that doesn't happen and you can handle it yourself, and that's great customer satisfaction, that really puts you in a good spot as well, because eBay picks up on that. And of course, I answer my messages really fast. I think that helps out as well. And also answering my offers really fast as well. I feel like that's really important because you want to strike while the iron is hot, because the buyer might be excited, so you want to you want to attack at that moment, right? So it's good for you, it's good for the buyer, and it's good for eBay. So yeah. If you guys found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I'm new to this territory and I can use all the thumbs up that I can possibly get. If you have anything to say, if you disagree or agree with what I have to say, leave it in the comment section and we'd love to hash it out with you guys. Until then, keep sailing.